I think this speaks to one of the things we were talking about at the top of the hour. Is there some structural change that's going on in the American economy that's been sped up by this recession? That means that the middle is being hollowed out, and we're seeing more stories like Chris in Florida. There is a pronounced trend at the moment towards people working under kind of contract rather than as employees with benefits and so on. You see this in industry after industry, from kind of cheerleaders to truckers. And I think that's something that is a bit worrying. And I think what worries me more about this is I don't think there's a huge amount of serious debate about what sorts of things we might be able to do to remedy it and to make sure that people's standards of living continue to rise. We seem to be stuck in a kind of old political fight that's been going on at least since the 1980s or perhaps before. And it seems to me that people aren't talking about or aren't proposing solutions to these sorts of things.
The question you raised earlier about the Industrial Revolution and how long it took to catch up, I would see, people are saying we've got a lost generation here, and it may be that they were saying the same thing back then, and the same may be true here.
Well, what's true is that lots of people did lose their jobs during the Industrial Revolution and were replaced by machines, and it was extremely tough for a lot of people. In aggregate, it worked out pretty well. Standards of living rose, and all sorts of jobs that people couldn't have imagined in the pre-industrial age suddenly appeared. I tend to take a kind of more optimistic view and think that there's not something that's kind of fundamentally broken. But I have to say, even if you're an optimist like me, you look at these numbers and you have to wonder.
All right.